Dear students, in the previous two lectures, we have developed the concept of electric current and potential difference. And we came to know that in order to flow of electric current, the potential difference is must. If the potential difference across the two end of conductor is zero, then no current will flow through the conductor. So now, and you also know that the spontaneous flow of electrons is called electric current. So now we'll discuss the Ohm's law. Before we discuss the Ohm's law, you should know about the certain components of the circuit. So first you should know what circuit is. An electric circuit is a continuous and closed path of an electric current. In other words, we can show that the path through which the current flow is known as electric circuit. These are the symbols of the electric circuits. Electric cell, it is a device converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Then plug key, then variable resistors. Variable resistors is known as rheostat, which is used to control the electric current to control the electric current flowing through the circuits. Ammeter, then battery, which is a combination of cells connected in series, and now then the voltmeter, then the another electrical components which is given, two cells in series, then 10 cells, 6 cells in series. And you know, the when the one more than one cells are connected in series, they are known as battery. So we can call it as 6 cell battery, 10 cell battery. Then these are the another parts of the another symbols of the battery, and lamps and ammeter, another form. We can write in this form also variable resistors, and you know you can also write resistors in this way. Then the Ohm's law. The German physicist Ohm's law established studied the relationship between current and voltage, and he stated that the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between its end, provided its temperature remains constant. Means I is directly proportional to V, or V is directly proportional to I. Or we can write V upon I is a constant, where R is a constant called resistance for a given metallic wire at a given temperature. The circuit for the verification of Ohm's law is given here. Now we know that if you'll see the circuit, in circuit consists of the ammeter, the voltmeter is connected in parallel, and you'll find, if you'll set up this circuit and if you'll change the current, you'll find the corresponding voltage according it. And if you plot a graph, the graph will comes out to be a straight line, which indicates that the current is directly proportional to the voltage potential difference. And if you'll find the slope of this graph, the slope of this graph will give you the resistance of that conductor. So now the resistance is a very important characteristics of a conductor. It is basically the opposition offered by the conductors to flow of electric current. So we have seen here that the resistance is inversely proportional to the current. It means if the more is the resistance, more is the resistance, less is the current, and less is the resistance, more is the current. Now we can see here the potential R is V upon I. It means its SI unit of resistance is ohm. If the potential difference across the two ends of a wire is 1 volt and the current flowing through it is 1 ampere, then the resistance R of the conductor is said to be 1 ohm. Since I is equal to V upon R, it means the current flowing through a resistor is inversely proportional to the resistance. So it may, in other words, we can say that if the resistance is doubled, then the current gets halved. or so it is obvious, it is clear that the resistance offers the flow of electric current, and there are so many, it can be connected in series, we'll discuss later on. Thank you.